Good morning. My name is Ray Carroll, and I joined together with our pastor and board of trustees welcoming you to Colby Memorial Temple, especially on this day where we're celebrating Independence Day. We also do not want to remind people we do not allow personal recordings of this or other services, and I thank you for understanding that. And if you will please turn off any cell phones or any other device that's on you that makes goofy noises, we would appreciate that also. To begin our service today, Lloyd Ayers will light 3 lights representing the body, mind, and spirit.
Front. Really loud in front. Just turn it. There we go.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to bring up our pastor, Reverend Lou Gates.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I see some old faces here today. Thank you for being here. Remember, we still have the blessing bowl in the back. It's starting to get full. We will have a burning bowl ceremony out front of church one Sunday here in the near future. Remember, we're always still looking for volunteers. We have Gala Day coming up, so we are going to need volunteers for Gala Day. So you can see Coquette back here in the back, or Jamie, and they will point you in the right direction to help be a volunteer here for Gala Day. That's coming up here in the very near future. So we always need people to help. Or if you want to be a vendor on Gala Day, just talk to one of them and they can point you in the right direction. I hope you have an awesome 4th of July. And thank you for coming.
If you'll now please rise for our invocation and stay standing for our first hymn, which is America. Divine loving Spirit, let us experience the peace and comfort that comes with your unconditional love. As we come together today with open hearts and minds, and with gratitude and blessings of life and liberty.
You can announce the first hymn.
So you may. What?
The first hymn is on page 195, America.
Sorry. Be seated. Located in the front of your hymnal is our Declaration of Principles. Please join with me in reciting these principles together. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena in nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. Affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever ye would do, others shall would ye. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as he obeys. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the prophecies of healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. As we approach our healing portion of the service, I want to remind people that if they do receive a healing resulting in a correction or improvement, please complete the yellow card that can be found in the back of the temple. The healing prayer now we will recite can be found in the back of your hymnal. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty on my part. That is this great unseen healing force to help me who are in need of help, to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust and love in the power of God. Now, for those who would like to receive spiritual healing, please go to the next available healer in the back of the church. Healers are sanitizing their hands with each person in case you have any concerns. While the healers work, the rest of us will be in a guided meditation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. As we celebrate Independence Day and the profound meaning of the words of the Declaration of Independence, it's also a time to pause and be thankful for all we have. And as we prepare for a meditation, please remember that meditation is a mind, body, and spirit and soul medicine. Focus within. Feel and listen to our mind and our hearts. Connect to your inner self. Find the answers that will be reassuring to us and to our oneness with the Spirit and the Spirit side of life. A true sense of gratitude raises our awareness and our values of life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. So sit comfortably, relax, close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Feel the breath as you breathe in. Focus on your breathing. Draw in strongly through your nose. Bring it all the way down through into your lungs and release it. And know with each breath, you inhale energy, vitality, life force. And each time you exhale, you're releasing toxins, stress, and any negativity you may hold. Continue to breathe and focus on your breathing. Focus on the feeling of deep peace. Feel the energy that can fill your body. Sense that feeling as it fills your lungs, expands your belly, and connects you to your heart. You can feel your heart beating at the same time with each deep breath, and your connection between your breath and your heart. Feel connected to the very heart, to the very soul of your inner self. Now also bring that same connection to your mind. Focus on your inner you. Be aware of your life. Be aware of your liberty. Be aware of how much you pursued your happiness in life. Know that you have been blessed and you have much to be grateful for. The first part of gratitude is an affirmation of goodness. So affirm to yourself that there is good in this world. Good things happen. We receive gifts and blessings, often undeserved. We receive benefits from this lifetime, things that we should be grateful for. Recognize the source of this goodness are always out, most of the time outside of ourselves. Come from other people, higher powers. They give us many, many gifts, both big and small. These gifts help us achieve our own goodness in our lives. Pause and consider yourself. What can you be grateful for in life today? Focus sometimes on the events, experiences, people, even pets, possessions, things that for which you are grateful. If you truly do this, there's too many to count. Life itself is a gift. Who are the people in your life? And what should you be grateful for? There's so many people that we don't even know that we owe our gratitude to. Soldiers, police, fire, paramedics. I am grateful for the paramedics and doctors who saved my life. Then there's the people you know. Your mother, father, friends. Those are there when you need them. Many people to be grateful for. And don't forget, be grateful for yourself. Don't just look outward. Look to yourself too. Be grateful of who you are. Maybe you were the one that helped somebody when they needed it. Maybe you were a good father, a good mother, a good child. Be thankful for the blessings that you have. Always remember the small things that we forget to be thankful for. A sunny day, a cool day, And don't just keep the gratitude inside. Now that you feel that gratitude and know who the people need to be thanked, you need to express that. It's time to make a commitment to affirm to yourself that you will appreciate others. You will appreciate all the gifts that are in your life. So tell them. Make a commitment to tell them today. Because as you know, they may not be here tomorrow. Bring all your awareness and intentions and your gratitudes. Hold them tight inside. Allow your healing energy to bring in your deepest desires to your life and your intentions to reality. Feel your connection to divine energy and light, and know that all is one, and you are loved, a gift from our God, divine spirit, divine loving spirit, infinite intelligence. Embrace the love, hold it tight, and know that the divine energy and love is always within you. Don't forget the affirmations you made and the intention you made as you slowly come back, relax, come back to the Kobe Temple and join us with a new gratitude. I am grateful today. So we'd like to thank our healers for sharing their gift of healing. And again, I mentioned prior, don't forget to fill out the card if you did get a healing that resulted in a positive change. We now have another hymn. Okay, before we introduce our guest speaker, we have another hymn. It's in your hymnal, number 196, America the Beautiful. Please rise. Jesus be nobleness and every day divine. Oh, beautiful far patron tree, that sees beyond the years. Thank you. Please be seated. I did forget to mention the names of our healers. It was Lori Carter, Reverend Lou Gates, Marie Gates, and Coquette Cruz. So when you fill out those cards, it's going to be one of those names probably. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Reverend Diane Schmidt. Reverend Schmidt is a certified medium, minister, of course, and a healer. She is a long-term member of Casadega Spiritualist Camp and a longtime resident of our community. Diane is also a dedicated volunteer both in Casadega and in numerous community and nonprofit organizations in the area throughout the state. She is an Army veteran and served as an Army operating room nurse. She is currently the commander of the Christmas, Florida American Legion Post and has also held key positions in the American Legion both on a state and a national level and had been the director of Women Legionnaires nationwide. She is a spiritualist and a proud, loyal American patriot. My friend, Diane Davis.
Well, good morning, Casadega. How is everyone this morning? Great, good to hear from you. I was born to be free, and I am proud to be an American. From my very favorite song, God Bless the USA, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag still stands for freedom, and they cannot take that away. So, what is freedom? It grants humans their basic rights to express opinion and to speak freely about matters without government intervention or restraint. It allows for change in society and the exchange of ideas. Here in the USA, we can leave our homes when we want to, and we can eat when we want to, and women can ride bicycles when they want to, and women can wear jeans when they want to. Mahatma Gandhi said, "No society can be built on the denial of individual freedom," implying that this freedom is important for a stable society. Now, how does this relate to spiritualism? In our Declaration of Principles, which you read earlier, number 6, we believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Whatsoever ye would that others do unto you, you do unto them. So, folks, what actually brought on the Declaration of Independence? In the early 1770s, our colonies were under the rule of the tyrant King George of Britain. Under his tight control, there was increasing oppression, corruption, not to mention totally unreasonable taxation. Their greatest fear at the time was that in a matter of time, a puppet monarch would appear at their doorsteps. Parliament for Britain was determined to bring these unruly subjects, the colonists, us, to a stop. In 1775, the fight was on, the American Revolution. The king declared the colonists to be in a state of open and avowed rebellion. That was the moment the colonists began to seriously consider breaking the ties with Britain. Thomas Paine's stirring pamphlet called The Common Sense, written in early 1775, lit a fire to the previously unthinkable idea of breaking with Britain. So how would this be done? What was the protection that Britain gave to the colonists? Not much. France and Spain would ever be enemies of America. But America was the subject of Britain, the parent company. There needed to be a change just to survive. On April 19th, 1775, the American Revolution began. King George made it very clear that the 13 colonies cannot make a law unless he approves. And he would not give his approval on anything. The king, wickedly broken through every moral and human obligation, trampled nature and conscience beneath his feet and became known for such cruelty that he gained for himself universal hatred. America felt now was the time to provide for herself. America eventually won the war because they were fighting on home territory. Britain was on unfamiliar ground, and it failed. They failed. Thomas Paine's manuscript, Common Sense, was making headway for the colonists. Made it very clear to them that what they needed to do to establish freedom, to break away from Britain. The brilliant minds behind all of this, of those in the 3 colonies, made it happen, though it would take a lot of time, patience, and rewriting. We all know that freedom isn't free. It also must have its own rules and regulations to be fair and acceptable to all. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Follow me now as we fast forward to May 1968, as I relate my own personal story dealing with my first freedom away from the clutches of my family as a vulnerable college student. This is really hard to talk about. I was at FSU, Florida State University, in Tallahassee, Florida. We had just escaped the rumblings, or should I say riots, at Florida A&M University, just down the road, after the assassination of Martin Luther King. We kept our doors locked in a panic. Though this did encourage us at Florida State University to have a protest a month later. Just a quiet, nonviolent protest. Just standing up for our rights. To this day, I don't know what we were thinking. And I don't know to this day what we were protesting about. It was just a little protest. And I don't know what happened. I do know that we thought this administration at Florida State University was making decisions that were not in our best interest as students. And I was a proud member of the SDS, Student Democratic Society. Yes, you laugh. So we're standing in front of Westcott, the administration building, holding up our homemade signs. Then, out of nowhere, people were showing up with bayonets. A fire broke out in the top floor of our administration building, which housed the art department. It was engulfed with flames. It was not a pretty sight. Pandemonium. A group picture of the original protesters, which included me, was splattered on the front page of the Bradenton Herald in Manatee County. College students arrested, local college students arrested. Well, we really didn't get arrested, and that was my first encounter with the media. However, it did not take very long for my mother to find me and almost strangle me as she screamed, "What were you thinking?" Mom, we have the right to free speech, I begged. We have a right to assemble. It was just a little protest. I don't know what happened. Yes, daughter, she said, you do have rights, as long as it doesn't hurt someone else. Our university president resigned. Many students at both universities were thrown out of school. Some of the involved students lost their scholarships, and hundreds of student artwork, including mine, were destroyed. The golden rule. Did I learn my lesson? Yes. Did I learn other ways to make a difference and get my point across by free speech? Yes. While working on issues such as our U.S. flag and veteran suicide, I learned how to lobby by highly organized letter writing efforts across our good country and year-in-advance scheduled visits with the legislators statewide and nationwide who were sympathetic to our positions, state and national, who could carry on our message with our carefully written and well-documented concerns. So let's go back to 1776. Our colonists wrote, rewrote, tweaked, scratched through, as seen here. Don't ask me how I got copies, but these are copies. The Declaration of Independence. Where it was scratched, tweaked, run through, rewritten, over and over again. Until they came up with their resolution on something they believed would benefit all people to the problems with Britain. The Declaration of Independence, followed by the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So now the colonists had the bulwark of the free way of life and representative government. This law and order protects our pursuit of happiness and our God-given rights. Americanism is the gist of American ideals of freedom, justice, individual rights, and unlimited opportunities. It embraces all the freedom that we cherish, and also the rights that are guaranteed to all of us. It is the very opposite of bigotry, hatred, and intolerance. We have become trailblazers for fair play, belief in God, private enterprise, universal education, and the progress in all human endeavors. It puts a premium on the virtues of loyalty, patriotism, hard work, and thrift. And I give so much credit to the American Legion, who taught me all of this that I failed to learn in high school. I guess I just wasn't open to it. We as citizens must inculcate a sense of individual obligation to our community, state, and nation. We have a personal obligation to make our hometowns better places to live by discharging our obligation to vote, to pay our taxes promptly, to contribute to our community chest funds and blood banks. These duties we want to be reminders to our children to carry them through and carry them on. Many, many wars are started by dictators who always want their might to be right. Kind of makes us think about what Putin is doing in Russia. If human freedom is not to perish from this earth, right must always be the master of might. Just as our minorities are disabled, whether mentally, physically, emotionally, less fortunate, they must all be protected and respected. Two men important in my life demonstrated by their own actions to protect and respect. My father, World War II Army veteran, completely funded 2 buildings for seeing eye dogs for the blind in Palmetto, Florida, because in his words, it was the right thing to do. My late husband, U.S. Navy, was a very loud and verbal advocate for the mentally retarded, because in his words, he could. A few years ago, I was appointed the state of Florida chairmanship of Special Olympics, games for athletes who were physically handicapped, missing limbs. I noticed quickly as I got involved that there was plenty of money to put the games on. I wondered, what am I here for? What do they need me for? So I went to the athletes and I said, what do you want? What can I do for you? And their answer was so clear. We want an audience. I mean, we like having our parents there, and we like having our family there, but we like spectators. So Diane shows up as a cheerleader with all her noisemakers, and I call all my friends across our great state to please show up at the games in their respective communities and counties. Ah, the golden rule in action. We as Americans should be very proud that in our international relations, we have tried to live by the golden rule. We have granted others the great boon of freedom. Through the Monroe Doctrine, written by President Monroe, we gave a halt to foreign imperialism in the Western Hemisphere. And we gave freedom to the Philippines, folks. The golden rule. Can't do better than that. As I leave you today, I ask you to remember the sacrifices of the veterans of all wars and conflicts who came home enriched with the wonderful ties of friendship. Thank you, Ray Carroll, Dennis Seeley, Lewis Gates, Dennis Evans, Jeff Biddle, Courtney Schmidt, John Raleigh, Terrence Grauwaller, Vince Owens, Lewis Wilden, Don Schofield, Ron Carnigan. I apologize, I pronounced your name wrong, right? Damon Manazzoli, and Lloyd Ayers. These are all people who are either here or listening. We all came home enriched with the wonderful ties of their friendship and gave those meaning by consecrating them to the ideals of mutual helpfulness. Good day.
Thank you, Diane, very much. Appreciate that. We're going to have a musical interlude during which we will receive your offering, and we thank you in advance for your generosity. Music interlude is God Bless the USA.
Still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
Divine love and spirit, as we accept these generous offerings, let us always be grateful for the gifts we are given. Guide us in using these gifts in the highest and best manner to support efforts to provide comfort, peace, and spiritual enrichment to all we come in contact with. Now for a few announcements, letting people know that please come back and see us for some of these things coming up this week. Next Wednesday, our message bearer for our demonstration of spirit will be Reverend Claire Van Cott. And next Sunday, join us on September, right? Rushing summer through, it's so hot. July the 10th, our speaker will be Reverend Diane Davis. And every Sunday we have adult lyceum, which we had this morning, between 9:30 and 10:15, right here in Colby Temple. And next Sunday's lyceum speaker is Darlene McCormick. To participate in absentee healing, please print first name and first initial of the last name of a loved one or even a pet in our healing book at the back table in the back of the church. Every Thursday, a healing meditation circle is held from 11 a.m. to noon in the Andrew Jackson Davis building. And if you're not familiar with Casadega, that's the white building at the top of the street. Healing is sent to those on the absentee healing list. All are welcome. This service, as well as Sunday Lyceum and the Sunday service, are live streamed through Facebook and YouTube. At the entrance, we have our Sunday bulletin, which would have, I don't have one here, but has the events going on throughout the community. Please pick one up on your way out. Also, please join us at the end of this service, right outside on our lawn, again to say thank you and show our gratitude for you coming out today and helping us celebrate both the spiritual side of life and the wonderful gifts we have. Have a hot dog. We're going to just give away some hot dogs out here. So everybody's got to have a hot dog on 4th of July or on Independence Day that we celebrate today. We're going to have one more hymn coming up. The hymn is 197. If you please stand, Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Did you mention the pins?
197.
Did you mention the pins?
Huh?
Pins.
I'm going to do that after. Thank you. Please be seated. We now wish to welcome back our message bearer today, Reverend Diane Schmidt.
Good morning. Let's see who I'm going to come to now. I have to come to Dawn. May I come into your vibration, Dawn? As I come into your vibration, thank you very much. What I want to say to you is you need to be really, really careful as you step into your new horizons. I'm sensing that there may be some hiccups along the way. It is not exactly going to be smooth sailing, but I want to say it's all going to work out. Just be patient as you always are, but there are going to be hiccups. It is not going to go smoothly. I want to say be careful about your money. My grandmother used to make my grandmother from Italy gave me this cloche that I stuck in my bra. Well, you stick in your t-shirt, I guess. But I would keep my money there, and when I traveled, it would be safe. So I want to say to you, carry a lot of ones, not 20s and 50s. Carry a lot of ones, and be careful about your money because there are going to be some situations. The place that you want to stay at will be not as comfortable as you think it will be. Okay. You have these expectations, and things are not always what they seem. So I leave that with God's blessings, and I hope I bring comfort to you in the coming days as you make your new trip, short time trip. Come back, go back. You're welcome. You're welcome. Jeff, may I come into your vibration, please? Thank you. Thank you. Jeff, I am aware that you had a recent incident, but I want to say you still need to be careful. You're young, but you're past the age of 19, so you need to be careful. So I want you to be really, really observant of your health going forward, because as all of us, we never know when something may occur. But I just want you to say, please be careful, because I'm having, oh my goodness, is it Muhammad G? Muhammad G's in spirit, yes? Muhammad G is coming through to you. He's saying you're doing a wonderful job of speaking the truth. And to carry on, soldier. Keep doing what you're doing. I leave that with God's blessings. I know it wasn't real long, but I hope you gained something from that. Thank you, Jeff. May I come to you, young lady? You were burning on me as I was walking past you over and over again. I want to say, we did talk earlier. I want to stress that. We did talk earlier. And I had shared with her how impressed I was with her abilities, and that no one was taking advantage of her abilities. But I want to say to you, be careful, because they will take advantage of you in such a beautiful way. But don't look them over to it, because you have such talent, and that we need that talent, and I hope that they will allow you to express your abilities and talents in a way that will benefit all of us. I want to say that I feel some scratching, and I'm not implying that it's ants in your yard or anything, but I feel there's someone in your vibration that wants more of your time, and I want to say, just get rid of the pests. Just get rid of the pests. Because otherwise it'll keep scratching. How many was that? Was that three? Mila, is that it? Okay, well, I've been told that's it, so thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Our afternoon message service starts at 12:30. A group of mediums and student mediums will be giving spirit greetings to as many individuals as they can reach during that hour. Everyone is welcome. We do have fresh refreshments, and remember, we have some barbecue hot dogs and cold drinks outside here too. We encourage you to visit our bookstore. Hours of operation are 11:30 to 5 today, Sunday, and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. I'd like to thank our live stream viewers for joining us today. We look forward to spending some time with you again at our next service. Please rise.